Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to discuss about Java APIs. So again, these APIs are, we have discussed already the APIs, collection APIs. Now this is an extended version of it. So first we'll discuss about the stream API. So what the stream API do is it effectively manages large amount of data. So they effectively filter, map and reduce large streams of data. They perform action upon data using lambda expressions, and lambda expressions are a form of functional programming. So actually we have a stream of data. So what is a stream of data means? The data is coming to you in a stream. So let's say we can have an example of the video you are watching now, right? So what is happening? The packets, the data, it's coming directly to you in a form of a stream. And let's say that stream is being blocked. So what do you see? You see this rotating, right? Loading icon coming out to you. Is it is coming in a stream form. The data is not directly present. So when you download a video, what happens? Everything is present on your local cell phone or like host where you are using, let's say computer or whatever, and then you start seeing that. But when you're using online, what happens is the data is coming, packets are coming, and simultaneously it's getting processed, and you are able to view that. So that is a stream data. So for that type of data, we use stream APIs. And what we are doing is we just focused on this particular statement. So here we are making an array list of employees, and then what we are doing, we are filtering all the stream data such that the salary of the employee is greater than 1000, and for all such data, means for all those employees whose salary is greater than 1000, we are calculating the bonus for them. So you can understand this is happening in parallel. Now, all these, whatever we are going to discuss in this particular video, are not very important. It's just done for the completeness of this particular playlist, Introduction to Java. Sometimes these APIs would be used. So, like when we were giving Google hash code, earlier it used to happen, now it has been demolished by Google. So, actually, Google hash code, they used to give us text files. Okay, so input in the text file, and we have to give the output also in the dot text files. So you can understand how we are going to read the input from the text file, run it in our program, and then give a output in a text file. So for all this also we used to have a file system API where you used to take the data from the file and again put the data in the file. So similarly, there would be certain situations where you might use these stream APIs. Again, if you're not able to get the hang of it, it's fine. Just have some idea that if suppose you encounter some of the problem statement which require such kind of thing, you can use these particular APIs. You don't need to learn any syntax for this particular thing, because you can directly use them from the net. We also don't learn the file system syntax and everything when we are using this, right? You can directly go to net, search, browse, and get the details, and you can put in your program. So it's just for understanding purpose that we are discussing over here. So this arrow, actually it is known as the lambda expression that it has talked about. Lambda expression are form of a functional programming. So it actually uses functional programming and gives you a results quickly. Again, this is all part of advanced Java, but yeah, for the sake of completeness, we are doing this so that you have the knowledge and you are able to understand things. Also, this particular angular brackets are used as a generics in Java. So generics in Java means that when we are writing this, we can use any data type here. We can write even int, we can write string, employee, we can even use, we had discussed for student, right? Student. So there can be anything which is present. So we have just heard about generics. Okay, if someone asks is generic present or something, you can understand, okay, generics there in advanced Java. So these lambda functions are there. Other than that, we have I/O APIs. So it helps in transfer data to a series of interconnected stream, read information from various sources, and write information to various destinations. So you can see we have a file, and what we are doing is we are taking the file from the path, and then we are reading the character set which is of UTF-8, and for each line which is there present in the file, we are printing that particular file. So system.out.println is actually a statement which prints. So whenever you have to print something, you have to write this system.out.println, and then you have to write whatever you need to print. So what we are doing is for each line, we are printing that particular line. So this is Java I/O API. Next is Java Persistent API, and Java Persistent API is used in JDBC. Java database connectivity So what is JDBC? So actually JDBC is like when you have a application logic or a Java program and you need to store this in your server. So or you have to store this in the database, any database like MySQL database, MongoDB, and so on. So what happens is your program logic, or there would be a mapping from the Java object to what is being stored in the databases, mostly JSON. So, and vice versa. So, similarly, same thing goes from this database that you have taken, and that will be reverted back in the form of an object. So, it's an object relational mapping. So there's a relational database where you're taking the object and putting that. So understand, have written a code. Now that code takes some input from the user and that needs to be stored, so that let's say you have login system, right? So you have a login and a password, user ID and a password. So all this needs to be stored somewhere, right? So that whenever again you come and log in using your ID and password, it will be fetched from that server, the database, and checked, okay, is the correct user or not, and it will be, you will be able to log into the application. So what is happening? That input is taken by the Java program, but it is getting stored in another server or a database. So how it is getting stored in a form of input and getting stored? So all this is taken care by Java Persistence API. I hope you were able to understand about Java Persistent API. Again, this is important when you do a project in Java JDBC. It is very important to understand deep into it. For now, just the sake of completeness, we have discussed 3 APIs. There are very much more APIs present in Java, which you can utilize based on the project you are choosing to work on and based on the problem statement that is given to you. I hope you enjoyed this video and you were able to get a hang of the Java APIs. And now if someone is able, if you confront something related to this, you will be able to understand, and your mind will be able to tickle that, okay, we can check on net and get some APIs which are there in Java and can solve this problem statement. If you have any doubt, you can mention back down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.